Okay, hey, I'm back again. Uh, if you are new here, if this is the first time you're watching me, my name is Bernice. You can follow me around social media with the handle Bernice Wilson 911. My Facebook page, one of them is Bernice Wilson 101. So you can check it out and we can move from there. So moving on to the reason why I'm here. You see, I've written, why did YASHUAH came? Why did Jesus came? I asked the question, did he really come? Because people are saying there were a lot of arguments there wasn't anybody like Jesus, and did he really come and all that? Yes, he came. And some of the arguments says that at the time he was here, even the letter J wasn't invented, so there couldn't have been the possibility of him being around and having that name that starts with the letter J. That doesn't define it. He was here at the time he was here. The interpretation of his name at that particular time was YASHUAH. He wasn't known as Jesus at that time. So those of you that are confused, that was Jesus here, is he real? Yes, he is real and he's powerful. he was the true Son of God that came on earth to come and show humans how to love and to be compassionate. The love and the compassion thing is very important to me, because if we can keep that going, we are going to see a whole massive reduction of the problems that we are going through on this planet Earth. Love and compassion is very important. He came for us to learn from him how to love and be compassionate. But it's so sad that many of the texts that are surrounding the love and the compassion things, we don't get it in our religious books. We don't get it. But it's not late, because you still have that one-on-one contact with your source. You still have that one-on-one contact with the divine. That is, you can still have all that information. You still can have all that information. So all is not lost yet. That is why people like me are out here to talk about these things, so that we can revive it. I think especially Christians have diverted so much. Is so sad. All that you hear the pastors preach about now is demons, Satan, demons, and I bet you whatever you focus on grows. So it's like the more churches that we see, the more horrible things that we see. That is the reason why. Because we are focusing on the wrong things. We are always trying to find the kind of witches that are following somebody, the kind of demons that are following somebody. Tell them about the love of God. Teach them about the love of God. You want to teach them. Teach them about the love of God. That is the most important thing. Now, when people begin to get filled with the love of God, they will be untouchable. Now, people are struggling and going through all these horrible lives because they've been taught. There are seminars that you go and learn about demonology. What is the sense in that? What are you learning about that for? Be wise, especially Christians. I always say the two most screwed religious bodies are Muslims and Christians. Look at what Muslims do. They believe that you can carry bomb on yourself and go and kill somebody so that you can go to heaven. No, that is not how you go to heaven. Everybody is going to heaven. You don't have to do that. If you have a Muslim friend, share this particular thing with them. You don't have to carry bomb in the name of some. I was about to say something, I won't say it. In the name of what? Holy war. So that you can go to heaven to see Allah. You see him regardless, whether you carry bomb or you don't carry bomb. Just concentrate on loving your fellow human being. Love your fellow human being. How difficult is that? When we begin to love ourselves, we will stop all these things that surround politics and hating each other, trying to make others look bad, and we will go there. Let me go on to my topic. So yes, Jesus came. He was YASHUAH. At his time, he wasn't Jesus. So those of you that are confused that at his time the letter J wasn't even there, so there wasn't anybody that came as him. That wasn't his name by then. So those that edited the Bible, they give us a name and they did everything surrounding it. So in the heavenly places, he's called YASHUAH. If you want to know, that is it. And he came to show us how to love and to be compassionate. And also to show us how powerful we are as human beings. Now, there is this confusion that makes Christians think they are all in all and everybody else isn't. The verse in the Bible, I think, John 14:6, that says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to the Father except me. That alone is turning things around. Please remember, I told you people touch the Bible so much, and the download I'm having about what Jesus was trying, or what YASHUAH was trying to tell us, is we go to the Father through his Spirit that lives in us. That is the only way that we can go to the Father. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because what the original text depicts is to explain how we get connected to God through his Spirit that lives in us. Even in our Bible, it says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Please, the question I'm asking you is, what is God's name? God is I am. When he was asked what his name was, he said, I am that I am. God is I am. So when Jesus said I am, he was talking about God. Now, when you are talking about yourself, how do you start? You say I am. You are God. Don't underestimate yourself. So I am that I am. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. The Spirit of God in me is the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody goes to God except through the Spirit of God that is in you. So if you want to go to God, you go to him through his Spirit that lives in you. That is why you don't have to go and chase somebody else to tell you what God is saying, because his Spirit is already living in you. You are carrying the whole God force in you. You don't need someone else. It's good for you to go to gatherings and socialize and do all those things, but don't think that somebody knows about God more than you. Know he lives in you. So don't underestimate yourself. This session is just to let you know that Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And God said, I am that I am is my name. And when you are talking, what do you say? You say, I am. Put it all together and understand me from that point. The Spirit of God in me, I am, is the way, the truth, and the life. And nobody goes to the Father, or nobody can connect to God, nobody can speak to him except through the Spirit of God that is in you. So Christians, stop judging everybody else. You think that if somebody doesn't know Jesus, then you begin to hate on the person, and that is not. Jesus or YASHUAH came to show us how to love everybody. Stop judging everybody. I have stopped judging. I used to judge when I see this person like this person like that. I stopped it. All I do is to pour out as much love as I can, as much as I can. We have God in us. We have open door to all the information that we need to know. So whatever I'm telling you, your hands are not at your back. Just go to God and ask him. Some of you Christians are lazy. You just chase people for information, and he's right here with you, and you can just talk to him. Your breakthrough is not in the hands of anybody. You are carrying it around. So that test, that is what it meant. If you don't understand, the gurus, the bishops, and the whatever, if you come across this, go into silence and talk to God direct. I'm not asking you to talk to anybody. I'm asking you to talk to the same God that I'm talking to, and listen to what he will say. And listen. The world is, the earth per se, the planet Earth is making a transition. And I've not heard any spiritual leader, or let me say, the religious leader. Spirituality is different from religion. As I said previously, religion has rules and regulations that will keep you in a box and make sure you live within certain parameters. Spirituality opens you up and lets you know who you really are, where you are coming from, and gives you the power to become what you are supposed to be. Religion gives you, don't go here, go there. That is where the negative forces, that is exactly where they want you to be, and you are there. Now, because of the transition Earth is making, God is inspiring people to come out to teach you certain things, and you are closing your ears because you think if it's not coming from here, it's not right. I believe it, and because I connected to source, when I touch on something here and if it's not coming from God, I know. Get connected to source and stop judging everybody, and stop thinking that you alone know Jesus. So that is what, there is more to it. This and the other religious book don't, I'm saying it again, don't mount up to 1% of what you need to know. So open up your spirit, talk to him, talk to God, and get downloads of the other information. Yes, he inspired other people to write this. How many years has it been? Hundreds and thousands of years. How many years has it been? After God spoke to these people, no, he wouldn't speak to anybody else. This is all after this, beyond. If you are judging somebody because he's saying something that is not here, look at yourself in the mirror and ask of yourself, what are you doing? Ask yourself. So after he spoke to these people, he wasn't going to speak to anybody again. Yes, he doesn't change, but have we not been changing as planet Earth? And don't you think God has guidelines for us? Don't you think God has new things to tell us? Don't you think God has new things to tell us to face our current realities? You think what is here can help us through the current situation? You see how marriages are collapsing. You see how it's difficult for people to just find good husbands and wives. There are things that you need to know. You see how it's difficult for you to find just a job. Your finances have broken down. You are not able to just move from the step you are to the next level. You've done everything you know. You've gone to all the prayers you know. You've jumped upside down, all the tongues you know. You've prayed and nothing is happening. You seem to be still be at the place where you've been. That alone should tell you that God has more to tell you. He has new guidelines for you. Connect to him directly. I'm not saying come and listen to what I'm saying. All I'm here to do is to let you know God has more to tell you. Open your ears and listen. And that YASHUAH came. He came to show us how to love and to be compassionate, and to show us that we are God. Whenever you refer to yourself that I am, you should say, never in your life should you say a negative thing following the word I am. Because the moment you say I am, you have called God. And there is nothing negative associated with God. So you cannot even say I am sick, I am broke, I am poor. Why did the Bible tell you that let the weak say I'm strong? Was the Bible teaching you to tell lies? And why did it also say let the poor say I'm rich? Because there shouldn't be any negative word following the word I am. Get this once and for all. This is how you make your life easy. Instead of you focusing on your problems, from now on, focus on the solution. What do you want to happen? So if you are sick on your body, stop taking phone and calling everybody, I'm sick, I'm sick. The more you say that, you won't get well. When you are sick, pronounce healing on yourself. I'm healed. I'm healed. Let that be your affirmation. If you are going through difficulties in life, let your affirmation be, God is the source of my supply. All my needs are met at every moment in time and point of space. Stop talking about your problems. Stop talking about that. Wouldn't take you anywhere. That wouldn't help you in any way. When you cease to talk about your problems and start to live in the solution, you'll see a bigger change in your life. Let the weak say I'm strong, and let the poor say I'm rich. So when you are poor, don't say you are poor. You say you are rich. Knowing what to say, knowing what to think, knowing what to imagine will turn your life around. As I said, there are a whole lot of things that I'm coming up with, but I want you to prepare yourself. And whenever I come up with something, instead of you sitting down and judging, you just connect to your higher self, the God in you, and ask God questions, and you get answers. So nobody should get worried. As I said, I'm too good to be possessed by anything. I know God. I know Him well. I know Yeshua. I know Him well. I'm still getting to know more. And there is more beyond this. That is the message I'm being asked to tell you. There is more beyond this. And I'm not saying you should go anywhere to go and look for it. Connect to God. And once you begin to speak to Him, as you have time to go to church and to go and shout and pray and jump and roll on the floor because you are looking for something from God, find time and sit in your quietness and ask God to tell you more about Himself, to tell you more that you need to know about Him, because there is more to know. You talk, and you don't have time to sit down and listen. Find time and sit down and listen. Another video will be uploading, and that is going to address a different issue. Now you know you can connect to God directly, and you know what it means when Jesus said He is the truth, the way, and the life. The Spirit of God in you is the truth, the way, and the life that you pass through it to go to God. I know this is going to be something out there, but bit by bit you get to understand. This was written long ago. Beyond this, and beyond the Quran, and beyond the other books, God has things to say. So pay attention. Pay attention, and you will hear. Thank you for sticking around.